Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the Team Venom Wrestling podcast. Essentially, what I'm going to attempt to do for the first time ever when doing any of these is I'm going to attempt to live react and post the results and all that sort of stuff to YouTube and to Spotify platforms by way of a completed review podcast. But I am actually doing this solo at the moment because my usual partner in crime, Connor Franks, is currently in Nashville, where he's gone on his honeymoon, and he also went to see TNA live a couple of times this week, which is pretty damn awesome, and met the Hardys. Well jealous. These little snippets should be going up pretty much as each match finishes. I'm going to have a quick look through the match card and preview the show, and then I'm going to put the whole episode as one complete thing up on Spotify, and you can tell me that I sucked because I'm doing it alone and I've got no one to bounce off. So anyway, Bad Blood comes live from, I think it's Atlanta, Georgia. I'm not really good on American geography because, not from America. But there's only 5 matches that have been announced, which are Bayley versus Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championships, Finn Balor versus Damian Priest, Liv Morgan defending the Women's World title against Rhea Ripley, and CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a Hell in a Cell match, and then Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. So those 5 matches all sound awesome. There's a few matches that were rumoured and have been sort of floated around the weekend instead. For example, Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship was heavily rumoured, and they've now announced that that's going to happen on Monday on Raw, which is cool, and it's quite good that they're going back to that thing of making Raw feel important by having special title matches on there, so it's not just the pay-per-views that are going to have these big things on, and that's pretty cool. So I'm going to very quickly offer my thoughts on who I think should win or would win any of these matches, and predict the whole show. We'll see if I'm right. Obviously, this part of the podcast will be the first thing that gets released on YouTube, and hopefully this will come up around 5 minutes before the show starts, as in before Bad Blood starts. And so I think we're going to see either, I don't really care who's going to win out of Nia Jax and Bayley, because I think it's going to be a good match, but I think that it's going to be Tiffany cashing in the Money in the Bank straight after it's been being teased for months. I think we're going to end up in a position where both of them are down at the end of the match, and regardless of who's got the championship, I think it's going to be Tiffy time and she's going to cash in, and that's my prediction for the WWE Women's World Championship. Priest versus Balor, I think Priest's going to pick up the win there because he's just had the World Heavyweight title run. He's now stepping in as a solo guy instead of having the Judgment Day at his back. I think Priest will win it, unless they want to extend the program and have something going on at Survivor Series with Team Priest versus Team Judgment Day. But yeah, I'm fully expecting Priest to win. Liv versus Rhea, I think. It's got Dominic Mysterio in a shark cage above. I didn't mention that earlier, but yeah, he's hanging in a shark cage above the match, which should be quite amusing to see. I think in this one, Rhea's probably going to win it. It makes sense because Liv won the last match. So I think Rhea will win so that they can have a rematch at Survivor Series or Crown Jewel or whatever pay-per-view is next. And then Punk versus Drew in the Hell in a Cell match is a very, very difficult match for me to call because I kind of want to see both of them win. Punk I want to win because he's Punk, and I've been a big fan of Punk for years. Drew's someone that I've been a big fan of for years as well. When he first left the WWE, we had him on the podcast. He's genuinely a nice guy. So it's difficult. I've been a CM Punk fan since, 2005, something like that. And a Drew fan since 2010 or thereabouts. So, yeah, either of them can win this. They've both won a match each on pay-per-view. So, yeah, I think the fact the winner of that is going to be yours for being able to watch it. Solo and Jimmy versus WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, I think is the easiest one to answer because I think it's going to go to Cody and Roman. And I think as well, there's been a lot of talk about there being a big WWE Championship announcement that's going to take place during Bad Blood. And I think that announcement is going to be that at Crown Jewel we're going to see Cody versus Roman 3, which I'm quite all right with. I'm fully expecting that match to happen, and I'm fully expecting the Bloodline to interfere and cost Roman the title as well during that, and lead to Bloodline versus Bloodline at Survivor Series, because they've got to get there somehow, and that makes the most sense to me. But yeah, so that's my prediction so far. I'm going to chop this podcast off here. There'll be a few seconds, and if you're listening post Bad Blood for all the results, then the next part's going to come up immediately. And if you're listening on YouTube, thank you very much, and stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. If that for any reason none of the matches appear on YouTube later on in the evening, that just means that I've been a very sleepy Rory and fallen asleep before I could actually do my review. Anyway, hey, I'll add it all in post if that's the case. So yeah, let's get in.